Hello guys, welcome back to the Bury RTG Career Mode, and it's Season 3, Episode 40. Can you believe that? I do apologise straight away, right off the bat. I haven't had time yet to do the Season 3 intro, including the goal of the season from last season. I will get to that, just bear with me. Anyway, as the season concluded, you see the board review, the season end of season review here. Excellent job on our objectives. The Bury Board of Directors are absolutely delighted to keep Neil Dans on for another year. And as you can see here, we have Season 3 objectives. The Emirates FA Cup round of 32 and win the league title. That's right, they expect us to win the league outright. And perhaps the biggest surprise here is the youth objective. Sign at least 3 players younger than 20 years old with a potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. So that's quite a target on top of the domestic objectives. We also have some news. Archie Borrowbridge, as expected from the squad report, we have decided not to renew this guy's contract. So beginning of July, he basically left on a free. He's gone now. And I couldn't find him in the database, so I guess he retired. Ayman El Shayat, as I mentioned in the last episode, has joined Vijay Sandai on loan, and that's until the end of the season. He's a prospect player, so hopefully he'll come back a little bit stronger, and we can see what he's about. Heading into the Euro International Cup, and we're taking on Heracles from Netherlands. Here's some highlights for you here at the Johan Cruyff Arena, our first game in the tournament. And opening few minutes, you'll see a lovely patient build-up. Fazzini into Shaw, into Benabia, and he lashes that in past the goalie. Absolutely no chance from that close range. And keep your eye on Keda Benabia here. Runs in behind the centre-back and just thunders that one in for his first goal of pre-season. We're going to see this quite a lot this year. Benabia, this kid. And around 30-minute mark, it's Tommy Paulson with the build-up down the left. Gets in behind the centre-back after the pass from Shaw and lashes that in off the post to make it 2-0. And things going well for Danzy's men here in the Netherlands. And that's Shaw with his second assist. Great start to pre-season for him, and the wide man Tommy Paulson getting in on the act. A little bit fortunate because the goalie tips it onto the post. And then the stroke of half-time, it's McDonald with the cross, and look at this, a glancing header leaves the goalie flat-footed, and Benabia gets his second of the tournament. Lovely header, not really known for his heading, but that's a perfect header if ever I saw one. Like I said, this guy is gold. Keda Benabia is absolute gold. So second half, approaching 10 minutes to go before the hour. Armenicus with plenty of space down the right hand side. He'll cross this in, and look at this. Benabia turns creator, whoop, through the legs, and then there's McDonald to score. 4-0. Absolutely crushed Heracles here. And McDonald, who gets himself on the score sheet, as well as getting a goal and an assist in this game. You'll see this again here, lovely little vision through the defender's legs from Benabia. 2 goals and an assist, obviously man of the match in this game. And towards the end of the game, we take our foot off the pedal. Basically the defenders get caught, sucked into the ball. And Dessers ends up finishing that chance off. But it's a consolation goal. And we ran out 4-1 winners onto the second game in the tournament. And the pre-season tournament in the Netherlands continues as we take on Valenciennes in Game 2, hoping for a little bit more of a test as we'd rolled over Heracles. And within the opening 3 minutes, we saw De Santos team up here, pass on the right to Zoc, who swings this cross in, and look at this, tremendous leap from Makanjo, and he almost heads that into the top corner. out jumping Neres, which is no mean feat. We know how athletic the Uruguayan can be. And then around 20 minutes, we'd actually make a break. Neres himself setting this one up to Murray. Murray into Fitzpatrick. And you know the Irishman, he loves the countryside. He takes himself all around the houses, takes the scenic route. And yeah, no bull in a china shop, no smashing your way through the middle. Just goes all the way around the outside of the centre-backs. And then laces it into the bottom corner. And he can score 20 goals a season if he does stuff like that. I mean, I'd be happy with that. And I'm sure you guys would too. Lashes it into the bottom corner. Look at Danzy. He's like, yeah, I'll take that. It's a great start. And then just when we think, you know, the only way this can get worse is if Valenciennes was to somehow just go up the other end and score. What they actually do is they give it back to Fitzpatrick within 2 minutes, and he turns provider to Benabia. And as I mentioned in the previous game, when you give Benabia a chance, it usually means a goal. This guy, I don't know. I originally set out to find a Ferhat Tagmawi replacement, and for you guys that don't know, Ferhat Tagmawi was a legend at Notts County in a very old save of mine. He's actually not like Ferhat Tagmawi. He's from the same country, but Benabia is in a different class. He is a completely different type of player. He's a central attacking mid, and he plays, you know, that perfect position, that number 10 role perfectly. Here's another good example. The touch away from the defender sets him up here on just inside the area. Instead of like panicking and rushing a shot, he finds Douglas Murray, the Scotsman, on the edge of the 6-yard box with a lovely little chip into him and says, go on, son, hit that in the onion sack, get yourself a goal. And then we're 3-0 up, and it's like, you know, this really couldn't go any better. And McDonald almost makes it 4. That'd be second consecutive game we score 4 goals, but it didn't happen. Macanjo with a chance just after the hour, but there was too much purchase on it to trouble Fabiani. And then, as you can see here, the cross comes in, and it's a header, I think, from Coelho, and a good save by their goalie. You'll see from the replay, he gets a good one-handed save. I think is it Coelho that? Looks like it might be. And then their best chance came with 10 minutes to go. And it's the number 9, Zoc. Gets in, down the right-hand side. Crosses it in. And a header comes back off the crossbar. And luckily, Fabiani gathers the loose ball. We end up winning the game, 3-0. And once again, Kader Benabia with a goal and assist. Following up from his previous game where he got 2 goals and an assist. This guy really making a name for himself and stamping his authority on the team. Ran out 3-0 winners, and on to the final game of the group stage. And our final opponent in the group stages is PEC Zwolle, and one of the representatives from the Netherlands, as you can see, back at the Johan Cruyff Arena, and we have a rotation side out. 27 minutes in, Paal creates a chance for Leemans. And look at this defending. Literally throwing bodies in the way. Anything will do. Just get something at the end of it just to block it. So a rotation line up a little bit. And chance here, 30 minutes. Kennedy makes the stop. Just to deny them. I'm just saying, like, when this game is like, because the players were sporadic players and fringe players, the game was a little bit hit and miss. But 35 minutes in, Matthias Szoboszlai was chance created by some good running from Spasov, who created the chance. The Bulgarian to the Hungarian, and it was the Hungarian who finishes. I really like the technique here. When he gets into the box, he doesn't smash it, he just places it with his left foot, and the goalie no chance. Gives us a 1-0 lead. And then 5 minutes before half-time, look at this from Armenicus. Armenicus looking to get himself back into the team. Cuts inside, the Australian. Just pull it back, just pull it back. And then, what goes on there? Like, look at this. How did they get away with that? I don't know. A couple of minutes to go, and then King into the box. And you think, he's going to finish this, and he doesn't. He drags his shot wide. Declan King there. I'm not sure why that didn't go in, he says. And then, just after half-time, Spasov here gets in opening range, and you think he's going to ding that top corner, but he kind of has a wild lash at it. And then 3 minutes to go before the end of the game. Check this one out. Into the box. Got to score from there. How does he not score? Danzy can't quite believe it. And Armenicus with a chance. Look at this. Head like a sheriff's badge. Oh my god. Luckily, it didn't matter. We ended up winning 1-0. Zwolle did have chances, but they weren't clear enough to really show highlights of. We won 3 games out of 3. On to the semi-finals. And in the semi-finals, Dutch opposition in the form of Sparta Rotterdam back at the Johan Cruyff Arena. And a win here would see us into the final, and obviously more money in the bank, which is something we do need. And the opening 12-13 minutes, lovely close control from Kader Benabia. Count how many times I say this guy's name. He gets the ball back, lovely patience, takes it away from the centre-back, pulls him out of position and says, go on Fitzpatrick, you finish it off this time. And Fitzpatrick, the Irishman, look at this, into the box, bends his run nicely, and then just curls it beyond the goalie. Controls it with his right, finishes it with his left, and that's sometimes all you need. And then approaching the 20th minute, Murray into Benabia again, I'm going to say his name again, into Fitzpatrick, who turns provider for Yeboah, and you think, come on, finish this. Takes it away from the goal, it goes for the far corner, and fires it wide. Danzy appreciating the efforts, but that should have been 2. Maybe that extra touch offset his balance, I'm not sure, but that should have been 2. And then on the stroke of half-time, we just couldn't hold on. Sparta equalised through Duarte. You'll see the ball in. He's just going to get this back. And it's a really good finish from Duarte. And then second half, 5 minutes to go until the hour. Fitzpatrick turns provider for Tiago Ferreira. The Portuguese defensive left-back was, I guess, just took a gamble. As you see there, he cuts in. An inverted run in behind Yeboah. And you don't expect him to score this from here. Goalie rushing out. But that's a fantastic finish from the fullback. He's never scored for us up until now. And then on 71 minutes, we'd actually add a third goal. We go 3-1 up. It's Murray's cross from the right into Neris. Great save. And then McDonald comes in and just lashes it first time. And make no mistake about it, guys. When this ball pops up, there's a lot of pressure on him. And we've seen those type of chances missed. So it's not an easy finish, and to hit it first time like that, the young player of the season from last year does brilliantly. And then Ferreira again involved, a long ball over the top of the defence. Benabia races clear with 7 minutes to go and says, I think I'll take a goal for myself, and just dinks it over the goalie. This guy, I don't know what it is. Kader Benabia, he is a 70 rated attacking midfielder, but he plays more like an 85, and that's no exaggeration. I've not changed the settings, I've not changed anything to do with the sliders. He just plays that good. I did mention in the other game, this guy's gold. And 90th minute, 4-1 up. The ball's going to come to Fitzpatrick, he lays it off, and Benabia puts his laces through it from the edge of the box and gets himself a brace. The Irish influence setting the goal up, and the Moroccan deadly finish. This guy, Kader Benabia, he, without putting too much pressure on him, but also basically just being realistic, if this guy is as good as what he is in pre-season, that's his 5th goal, then basically we'll get promoted. Him and Murray and Fitzpatrick will single-handedly get us promoted. I've no doubt about it. And Danzy basically fist bumps the air there. I couldn't say this guy's name enough. Kader Benabia, in case you're wondering who he is, it's Kader Benabia. He's from Morocco. Scores 2. It's his 5th goal. And we march on into the final thanks to Kader Benabia. Kader Benabia 5, Sparta Rotterdam 1. Comprehensive, on to play Heracles in the final. So Heracles got 4 smashed past them in the opening game of the group stage. And they'll be looking to avoid to do the same thing here, back at the Johan Cruyff Arena as we take on them in the final. And it would take a good half an hour to get a golden opportunity here. Murray cuts inside to Benabia, and he's brought down just on the edge of the box. Just on the edge of the box. And Benabia's free kick, as you'll see here, beats the wall. He gets over the wall, looking for his 6th goal of the pre-season, but well held by Blasic. And at half-time, we'd go in 0-0, so the job done so far. Heracles looking to try and sneak a win here against us. And then 5 minutes to go before the hour, and Benabia couldn't pass it to Murray, so instead he goes wide, waits for him to come back onside. Murray back into Benabia, into Fitzpatrick. Good save by Blasic, but then Fitzpatrick knocks in the rebound. And much to the delight of the Bury fans and the players, we have a 1-0 lead in the final. Shame he couldn't have finished that first time shot, but does really well to get back up and finish the second one while he's off balance, have you mind. And the Irishman himself getting a couple of goals. And then Neris does really well here. Gets it to Benabia, who finds Murray on the right. And this is about 10 minutes later. Murray down the right. Look at this. Into the box. I'm thinking, go on, finish this off. A good save. Comes back off the defender. And then Murray just rolls it onto the goal line. And Fitzpatrick says, okay, then I'll grab my brace in the final. Talk about luck. And Fitzpatrick there grabbing his goal. Almost goes behind him. But he does really, really well. And Danzy's like, 2-goal lead. We'll take it. Ian Fitzpatrick with 4 goals in the Euro International Cup. 1 behind Benabia. And then 88-89 minutes, you'll see Verzani wins the ball, but then loses it back to Niemeyer. And Niemeyer does him there on the turn into Connings. And Connings lashes a goal in. Basically on 89 minutes, they pull a goal back, which sets up a nervy few moments as he finishes that past Fabiani. I guess that close to goal. I was hoping that one of the centre-backs might have got a block in, but he finishes it. But it doesn't matter. We end up winning the final 2-1. You see a shot here of Rossi, Fabiani, all the regular guys. The European International Cup is ours, and Demiroglu is going to lift the trophy. It's a fantastic pre-season for us, sets us up into our League One campaign. And as I said, in the semi-final when we won 5-1, if all this band of players that we have, if we can keep this band of players together, I have no doubt at all that we're going to get promoted this season. Onwards and upwards for us. There's the confirmation to beat Heracles in the final. And we move on to the season proper in the next episode. And rumours have been circulating prior to the Euro International Cup. And the rumours are true that Galatasaray have signed Emmanuel Yeboah from us for a record 6 million. Yeboah joins Galatasaray, and we say thank you so much to Yeboah for everything that he did in the 2 years that he was at Bury. Obviously made a massive amount of money on him, and you can't turn that kind of money down, especially when a team like Galatasaray come in. And another transfer, Gorgos has left Başakşehir in Turkey. Again, it's another big transfer fee. I think it's 5.7 million. So yeah, looks pretty good in the kit, doesn't it? A combined total of 11.7 million made from those two transfers. We'll have more transfer news in the next episode, and we'll have to obviously work a way around finding replacements for those guys. I hope you've enjoyed episode 40 and the beginning of season 3. Join me again on Friday for more transfers and the beginning of the EFL League 1 season. If you're enjoying this career mode, please smash the like button, continue to support me. I'll see you guys on Friday.